Good morning friends. In my earlier video explaining the procedure for renewal of registrations under section 12AA or 1023C or 80G, I referred to a CBDT notification dated 26th March 2021. In addition to laying down the provisions for renewal of the aforesaid registrations, the said notification also talks about furnishing of statement of donations, I repeat, furnishing of statement of donations by the organizations registered under section 80G as was introduced in the budget 2020. So today in this video I will provide you with a detailed understanding of the provisions related to the same along with handholding you regarding the filling up of the said form. A new rule number 18AB has been introduced which lays down that every organization registered under section 80G subsection 5 of the Income Tax Act shall have to furnish a statement containing particulars of donations received during the year in Form 10BD. I repeat, in Form 10BD for each financial year. Though through the notification CBDT have notified the form, but it seems that the same has not yet been made available on the income tax portal. Such furnishing of statement shall be applicable from financial year 2021-2022 and needs to be filed on or before 31st May of the immediately following financial year in which the donation is received. So the due date for filing such statement in Form 10BD is 31st May of the immediately following financial year. Such statement shall have to be furnished electronically with digital signature of the authorized person as per the income tax portal of the organization where the return of income is filed with such digital signature, or it needs to be verified through electronic verification mode. The organization shall also be liable to issue a certificate in Form 10BE. I repeat, the organization shall also be liable to issue a certificate in Form 10BE to each donor. The complete details of the registration of the organization such as the PAN, name, address, 16-digit alphanumeric unique registration number with the date of approval. It shall also contain all the details of the donor such as the name, address, identification number, amount and the nature of donation, financial year to which it pertains and the section under which the donation is eligible for exemption. Consequences of failure to file such statement has also been laid down in section 234G where the levy of late fee of ₹200 per day has been provided for. Apart from such late fee, the concerned authorities might also levy a penalty under section 271K of not less than ₹10,000 which may be extended up to ₹1 lakh. On part of the department, Principal Director General of Income Tax Systems or Director General of Income Tax Systems have been made responsible for laying down the procedure and standards for furnishing and verifying the details filled in Form 10BD, procedure for allowing rectification of the details in the statement and submitting correction statement, and the procedure, format and standards for generating and downloading the certificates in Form 10BE. So it will be the responsibility of the Principal Director General of Income Tax Systems or the Director General of Income Tax Systems to lay down such procedures and standards and the formats. It was also mentioned by our Honorable Finance Minister during her speech that the details of the donations so given shall be auto-populated in the income tax return of the person giving donations, thereby completely stopping fake claims of exemptions on account of donations. I would also like to point out here that the time have also come for the organizations registered under section 80G of the Income Tax Act to be cautious and vigilant while receiving donations from any person and maintain a complete record of each donation received along with the complete KYC documents of the donor, whether the amount is small or big. Now let's see how to fill Form 10BD once the same is available on the portal. The form has been divided into two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A contains the details of the reporting person, that is the donee organization responsible for furnishing this form. Part B contains the details of the donor and the donations given by him. So let's discuss first Part A. In Part A, only two details needs to be furnished: the PAN of the organization and the financial year for which the statement is being furnished. In Part B, whole lot of details relating to the donors and the donation has to be filled. Let's understand them one by one. First comes the unique identification number, where either the PAN or the Aadhaar number of the donor needs to be filled. In case both are not available, only then the voter ID card number or the passport number or the ration card number or the driving license number can be filled. In case the donor is a foreign donor paying taxes in India, his or her taxpayer identification number can also be filled in this row. Then in the column of ID code, the number can be selected as given in the instructions based on the document selected in the previous column. Next comes the section code, that is under which section the exemption for such donation is being claimed. Then comes the separate columns for filling the name of the donor, the address of the donor and the type of donation given. Since even type of donation shall have to be reported, it becomes all the more necessary for the person donating the amount to specifically mention the purpose, or else the option of other donations can be selected by the organization. From the perspective of the organization, one needs to remember that the details furnished in the statement should also match with the details and figures filed in the income tax return, or else be prepared for any legal proceedings from the department. I repeat, because this is the most important para. From the perspective of the organization, one needs to remember that the details furnished in the statement should also match with the details and figures filed in the income tax return, or else be prepared for any legal proceedings from the department. At last comes the mode of receipt and the amount of donation. It's interesting to see that in the instructions, one of the options provided for the mode of receipt is kind. So whether donations received in kind also have to be monetized now and reported in the statement is a matter of discussion. Most of the organizations do not have the habit of recognizing and accounting the donations received in kind. However, now if the same has to be reported in Form 10BD, there is a high possibility that the same also have to be accounted for in the books of accounts after considering its value in monetary terms. After filling up the details of the organization and the donor, the statement ends with the verification by the authorized person, preferably the one who is added on the income tax portal of the organization and whose digital signature shall be used for filing the income tax return for that particular financial year. So that's all regarding the new Form 10BD, which have increased the compliance burden on the charitable organizations but brought in more transparency and accountability in the area of donations, thus completely wiping off the possibility of fake claims by the donors and misreporting by the registered organizations. That's all for today. For latest updates, tune to our channel, and for any query you can contact us through email or comment below. Thank you.